Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. This is Manifest Tarot. I'm so happy you're here. I'm excited for today's reading. This is a reading about what is next in your relationship. And to do this, I just noticed that my sweater matches the cards, very funny. And to do this, I set out this deck and we will pick 3 cards from this deck for our 3 piles. So let's wake up this deck. We need some cards here, deck. We need cards. We need 3 cards for, actually, this, I didn't even get my question out. Here's our 3 cards. And just so everybody knows, oh wow, look. And just so everybody sees, I was going to say everybody knows what was on the bottom of the deck. I think this is a card that needs to stay out for all 3 readings. This is a special card, Truth Be Told. So we're going to have some truths in this reading. All right, so what do we have for our 3 cards? We have Co-Create, card number 40. And this owl is here staring at us. Again, we already have 2 owls. All right, that's pile number 1. What else do we have? We have Orphaned, pile number 2. You have Orphaned with card number 5. And pile number 3, you have Building Blocks, card 48. I'm sorry, 28. Why did I say 48? 28. What does she have on her head here? Is this a tiny crown? What is this? It looks like an embellishment, a flower. I think you can use your imagination. I'm talking about right here. I think you can use your imagination with this and put whatever you want. Oh, I think she has antlers. And the antlers are more clear, but I'm not sure. I think it's just an embellishment, so we can just use our imagination as to what she has atop her antler. All right, give me a moment and I will get some crystals for those of you who like crystals for your choosing process. All right, I'm back. We have our 3 crystals. This is the crystal for the first pile, pile number 1. This is the Tiger Eye Oval. And then for pile number 2, we have this Amazonite Heart. Here we go. And for pile number 3, we have this Malachite hexagonal point. I couldn't resist with this one because this is the most blocky shape I have. This hexagonal point, and for the Building Blocks card. So take your time to choose. You can choose however you want, whatever speaks to you. If it's something that is, sometimes if there's something opposite from what we want, that's something that, what I'm saying is sometimes something will speak to us and we're not sure why. So if it's something that you're thinking, well, that's opposite from how I feel or how I want to feel, yet I'm drawn to it, what does that mean? That's fine. Just pick the pile or piles, of course, that you really resonate with, and you don't have to second guess yourself. You don't have to think, oh, why do I want that pile and not that pile? Intellectually, I should pick this pile, yet I want this pile. You know, I'm intrigued by this pile instead. Just go with how you feel and don't try to second guess yourself is what I'm saying. So whatever one pile or piles that you want to watch, go for it, and I will see you in your reading. Of course, I'll leave the timestamps below. Hey, pile number 1, welcome to your reading. You chose this beautiful card, Co-Create. This is card number 40. And along with this card, you chose this Tiger's Eye or Tiger Eye. You know, you see it as Tiger's Eye and Tiger Eye. Crystal and oval shape. All right, here you go. And yes, this Truth Be Told, I think this is gonna, I think this is a special card for all 3 piles, and it's gonna stay up for all 3 piles. All right, so I have one more Oracle deck that we haven't seen for a while here. Let's wake it up. We need at least, oh, the cards are literally jumping out for us. I was gonna say we need at least 1 card for pile number 1, and look at what happened. I don't know why I flipped that over. Obviously, we need to see the second card first. We have card number 14, the Vulture and Asphodel with Upheaval. Very interesting. Upheaval is... I feel like these all want to be together, so we'll keep this like this. You can see that, right? Upheaval is good sometimes. People, it's funny because if you are if you want change, and if you are especially if you're a conscious manifester and you're consciously trying to manifest something, all of us are manifesting, whether we do it consciously or not, right? So if you're a conscious manifester and you want something in your life to change, things like upheaval are awesome. You know, you know what I mean? If you get a card that says upheaval, or if you get the Tower card, it's like, wow, my manifestations are working. Things are happening, you know? That is a great thing to get. So that's so interesting. And I just wanted to flip it over right away. And so our second card is card number 24 with the Martin and Foxglove with Mischief. How charming. What a charming little card. And the Mischief is co-creating, and the Upheaval is with the Truth Be Told. These pairings are, I think they're going to be just making more and more sense as we go along here. And I'm so excited. I have this new deck that I'm sharing with you, and it's so intriguing. I'm going to show you these cards. So this is the back. So each card has a front and a back. It's just you're seeing the front and the back of each scene, like facing forward. This is the Two of Wands, looking at him facing forward, looking out, making plans. And then the back of the card is looking the opposite way. Isn't that interesting? So this is the new deck. So we are going to pull several cards, and we're going to ask this deck, give us some messages for pile number 1 for what is happening next in their relationship. So I'm going to shuffle it without looking at the cards. It's going to be more difficult to not look at the cards, but I'm going to just go for it. We're going to shuffle it one more time. Oh, we have 2 right here that want to come out. Shuffle it one more time. Oh, this one. And this one. All right, I love this new deck. Let's put this aside for now. And let us, well, let's just reveal them one by one from the front. It's funny with this deck, seeing how to use it. So we have the Devil card. This is the front of the Devil card, and this is the back. Very interesting. All right. And then we have the Ace of, oh, no, this is the Page. What am I saying, Ace? This is the Page Knight. You know what? Yeah, this is the Knight. This is the Knight of Page of, oh gosh. Let me look. Hold on, let me get the guidebook. I'm not sure which one is the Page, which one is the Knight of Cups. Yes, of course it's the Knight, or I'm sorry, the Page of Cups. I just wanted to make double sure. I love the way his cape is blocking all of the water. Isn't that interesting? And then let's look at the back. Oh, wow, the Knight. And you see the sea turtle was right back there and we didn't see it. It's a different view. All right, we have the Page of Cups and we have the Two of Pentacles. Look at this Two of Pentacles, very traditional. And then we have the opposite, the back view, and we see his audience out on the balcony watching his performance. And we see the sunset. And this is the Knight of Swords. So this is your second Knight already. This is the Knight of Swords. Very interesting. We have the Tower card. Talking about Tower and upheaval, this is perfect for a conscious manifestor, or perfect for something that if you want a change, this is the perfect card. Oop. So just had to cover up use the modesty tape here. But do you see there's the two Sphinxes from the Chariot card here on the reverse tower that we couldn't see before, and we see this face being split, but you see what it is. You see it's the sad face, this terrified face, and that is being split in two by this upheaval. So that means that the sadness, that this terror, that this what we consider negative feelings, those are what are being split, and you can see that the tower was already hollow. So this is telling us that there was already something broken, and that is what is being struck by this lightning bolt, that it was full of trash and discarded things. It was empty and hollow. There was sadness, and that's what's being struck, and it's just like what I was saying. So we were totally meant to see this card today with this upheaval card. So we have the Star card. The Star card is very traditional. Here we have this crane, or I think it's a crane. And then, oh, it looks like the Silver Surfer here on the back. I don't know if any of you are comic book fans, but this looks like the Silver Surfer. There's someone that she is seeing, maybe in a new way, or maybe that seeing the future, like seeing what she wants, seeing her vision of the perfect person that she is manifesting. What do we have here? This is the Temperance card. And I'm so curious about the back. Oh, what is this? Looks like a white eagle and a lion. And there's a gate in the front that we can't see from looking at this from this aspect. All right, so we have, this is the High Priestess. And there's another Sphinx here on her throne. And then, wow, look at her beautiful, gorgeous view. And there's 2 keys here. Look at the symbols on these little, I don't know, braziers? Brazier? I don't know how to pronounce the word. I know that it's, you know, with the flames. Very interesting card. Look at how gorgeous her view is. No wonder she's looking out. Wow. All right, so we're going to pull 2 more cards. I want to fill up. Well, no, actually. Well, I have, you know what? I pulled another deck, but I really feel like I want to pull 2 more cards from this deck. So we're going to have just this deck. So there's this one, and we'll shuffle it one more time and get, I see the one that wants to come out here in this one. So here we go. So this is the Wheel of Fortune. Very interesting Wheel of Fortune card. Let's see what, oops, that's the back. I was wondering. So this is the back. So this is the front. This is the Wheel of Fortune from the front. And here's yet another Sphinx. And a lizard human and a, like a jackal human or coyote. I know it's not a coyote. And then this is the reverse, the back. I don't really want to say the reverse. It's really just the back. All right, the Wheel of Fortune. And we have the Death card. Wow, pile number 1, much transformation here. Look at that horse with the fire eyes. And then what's the back? Wow. Look at all this joy here from the Death. And the Raven. They look at peace. And of course she's very happy. The aftermath of this Death card. Wow. What an interesting reading already so far, pile number 1. And of course, I mean, there is some major message for you here, pile number 1. We have the Tower card and the Death card and the Wheel of Fortune card and the Devil card and the Tower card and the Temperance card and the High Priestess. I mean, this is like, you have all major arcana on the second row, and you have 2 major arcana on the top row. So you only have 3 cards that are not major arcana, and of those 2 are pages. Very interesting. And then you have this lone Two of Pentacles, which is the lone numbered card, you know, the lone numbered card. And it's so funny because this is like, I'm starting with this because this is the aberration. This is the card that is showing us something different, showing us something. Maybe we're going to have to begin this reading and end this reading with this card, because maybe, I'm not sure yet, but he is able to balance. Not only is he balancing these two pentacles, he's also balancing on one foot. And he's also balanced his emotions and his mindset, because he's totally and completely sure of his ability, completely sure and of his ability. And that's where you are. That's where you are. It's not how you're becoming. This is not what you're becoming. This is not something that you are striving for, pile number one. This is you right now. This is your present moment. You are like, I'm balancing my, maybe we could take this as your 3D world and your inner world. You are able to balance both, and you're able to manipulate both through the power of your belief in yourself. He 100% believes and knows that he's able to do this. Therefore, he is able to do it. Doesn't this look impossible? He's not touching anything. He's just got his hands up, and they are floating up above him. And there's this lit infinity sign. I mean, where's this coming from? Just the power of his imagination? We don't know. But we do know. This is a total and complete assuredness of his ability to do this. Therefore, he can do it. So let's check out the back of this card to see if we have any further messages. So look at all of these people up here. They're all crowding out onto the balcony to watch his performance. And they aren't looking, what are they doing? They're not looking at this gorgeous sunset. I mean, this sunset, the sky, just imagine this sunset. The sky must look like it is on fire. It's one of those awe-inspiring sunsets where everybody just crowds around outside and just stares at it because it is so beautiful. But these people, on these balconies are not doing that. They're staring at him. They're staring at his performance because he is the master. And so therefore, who's the only person able to enjoy this massive, beautiful sunset is him. He himself is able to enjoy the sunset. Everybody else is staring at him. That means, pile number one, that you are the center of attention. You are the one everybody stares at. You are the one that everybody wants to look at and wants to stare deep into your eyes. And you see that he is completely assured, completely knows exactly what he is. He knows completely what he wants, what he's capable of, and what he deserves. And that is you. Pile number one, you are in your power position. So since we only have two court cards here, let's look at those next. Your major arcana are like killing it here. So we have the Knight of Cups. Sorry, Page. Why do I keep on thinking it's a Knight? Of course it's the Page of Cups. We have the Page of Cups, and we have the Page of Swords. What I'm seeing interesting about this one is that you see that he is you can't see anything behind him except just unbroken ocean. The ocean is only breaking around his cloak. Do you see that? And there's no waves breaking otherwise. It is just so calm that there's nothing breaking except this. His presence is causing the only break in the ocean. And we have this fish, but even though the fish is leaping, and even though the ocean is breaking around his cloak, it still seems somehow a very static scene, if you understand me. There's no, it seems very staged, as like a staged instead of a natural movement, if you understand what I'm saying. And then we see on the back, he's been hiding, protecting this sea turtle. This is his vulnerable, soft underbelly, if you will. You know what a turtle has? It has a hard shell and it has a soft underbelly. And he is looking out. We think that he is looking out at just as much beautiful blue sky as we are seeing behind him. But he's looking out at the night and he's wishing on a star. So what you're seeing in this person that you're looking at, he has so much inside, behind his outer shell. He is completely soft and vulnerable, and he is also extremely hopeful about he's looking out into this hope and this wonderment. Your love interest is totally looking and wondering about your future together and looking at what you want them to, if you understand me. Looking at your... Hold on, let me gather my thoughts here because I'm trying to say something and it's not coming out right. You've been manifesting for a partner, and you're seeing, maybe you're manifesting a new relationship, maybe you're manifesting a change in a current relationship, or manifesting somebody that you kind of know but don't really know. We don't, it could be any of those things, and you see them, and you are, totally consciously creating and doing your techniques, whatever you're doing, and you're not seeing much of a change. There's the surface is unbroken, but we don't see everything, or we're not even really seeing anything. There's a huge other side to this. You have reached his inner being with we are all one, right? We're all one consciousness. You have succeeded. You've reached this inner tender side of him or her, whoever this is. I'm saying him because obviously this is a male. The page is a male, so insert whatever you want with the, if you're not manifesting a him, but he this Page of Cups character is seeing the enormity of the possibility that you are. What you are seeing and what you are consciously creating, your love interest is now seeing. And your love interest is now becoming a co-conscious creator with you almost, because you are giving that person you're concentrating so much on what you want instead of what you see. You're ignoring this 3D unbroken version that you have imbued him with the ability to see what you're seeing. I know that you're understanding what I'm saying because it's such a beautiful thing, and I have more to say with him and her, but I'm going to go on to this because I wanted to read both of these pages in conjunction. So now you have this Page of Swords. Here's the front and the back. And this is another aspect. You see he's floating over this, looks like an endless series of very rocky peaks. And what's in front just looks like more endless rocky peaks. And the sun, and the sky is beautiful and blue in the front. But he's looking at this foreboding looking storm coming in. And I feel like this is more you. I feel like this is, this page is your love interest, definitely. This is you, pile number 1, and I wonder, there's something that you're bringing a lot of force into and a lot of effort. Look at how efforting, he's just efforting. He is so efforting. He's holding the sword straight up, he's grimacing, he's barefoot, he's floating. Do you know how much energy it must take for him to float above these high rocky peaks like this? This takes a lot of effort. And he's facing this difficult road. And he's facing this storm head on. What can you do? You could face the blue sky, number 1. You could descend down to this beautiful little grassy plain here, and maybe there's a little hut, there's a shelter, and you can go in there and like build a fire and have some soup while this little storm blows over, and then you can go on your merry way afterward. You could maybe right over here outside of our field of view, there's this gorgeous city and you can go there. We don't know. He looks like he's facing the most difficult passage and making things hard on himself. That's what I see for you right now. That you watch your change in perspective, because what you're seeing right now is the change in your love interest perspective. You have changed your love interest's perspective through the power of your conscious manifestations. Pile number 1, you have changed him fundamentally, or her, whatever. Once again, I'm just using he because this is a him. So you have changed this person fundamentally. All right. So I did want to show this to you. This is you. This is one of the aspects of you in this reading, pile number 1, and you have changed your own vision, and you are seeing exactly what you want. You have created this version of your love interest, pile number 1. It's pretty beautiful. This reading is so beautiful already. So what do we have with all of this? These major arcana, it's pretty mind-blowing. What all of this, it's pretty mind-blowing. Look at this. We have Oh my gosh, all right, so these need to be read together. We have the Wheel of Fortune. What goes up must come down. So let's look at this closer. We have the Wheel of Fortune, the front, and the back. You know what this looks like to me, the back of the Wheel of Fortune? This is the magician. This is the magician consciously manifesting where he wants this Wheel of Fortune to go next. They're kind of accepting where the Wheel of Fortune is right now. Let's see, is it pointing the same? Yeah, it's the Wheel of Fortune is in the exact same position front and back. So they're just accepting it. They're like, okay, this is where it is. All right, we accept it. On the back, he's like, no, I'm going to manifest this Wheel of Fortune. We don't know if he wants it to roll this way. We don't know if he wants it to roll this way. Whatever he wants that's facing up, he's going to manifest it. What do we have for you? What do you want? Do you want to accept things the way they are, or do you want to manifest them exactly the way you want them to be? Only you can tell. Only you can decide. I know what I want to be. I want to be this person. I want to be this magician. And then we have this, I've pretty much told you about the Tower card, but we'll look at it again. So we have this Death card. There is a transformation here for you, pile number one. What is going on specifically? I don't know. But there is a sense of peace and joy. Peace and joy. Lots of peace and lots of joy. Pretty immediately afterward. And is there something, pile number one, is there something that has happened between you and your love interest that is that you could have taken in two ways? You could have taken it in one way. It's, you know, we're talking about something that has happened between you, or that you've watched your specific person doing, okay? You could take it in one way. You could take it in a way like this, where it means some impending doom. That it means that something is happening that you have no control over. It's kind of like this. It's kind of echoing the same things, but it's even more immediate. It's like these two people, they don't know. Is this death figure there for them? They don't know. It's just ridden up. It's completely foreboding. Even its horse has flames coming out of its eyes. They're like, oh, what is happening? What am I doing? Or, you know, what's happening to me? What should I do? I can't do anything. I'm helpless. But then the death figure was not there for them, because now they are in this beautiful sunrise. And everything's magical. Everything is magical. They have survived, and this beautiful new dawn is here. Do you see what's happening here? You're seeing something as impending doom. Maybe there's some deadline that you have arbitrarily decided, like if nothing happens before this time, then I'm losing all hope. Or maybe, you know, some situation is in the 3D and you're like, well, this means that I've failed. They kept the faith, and now they have this beautiful moment. They're sharing, all three of these people are sharing this beautiful moment of sunrise. She's off over here dancing away. And they're sharing this beautiful moment where they're like, okay, we are living to see another day, and we're so grateful. We're so grateful, and we're so happy. And our this moment is, yeah, on a regular morning, they would have been like, oh, it's a nice, beautiful morning, nice, beautiful sunrise, things are warm, I'm having a good day, you know, things, I'm blah, blah, blah. But after this night, they're thinking, oh, this is the best morning I've ever experienced in my life. Compared to this is like the best. This is the best thing ever, if you understand what I'm saying. And then again, we've had this Tower card, which is what I was talking about with this upheaval. Okay, I was already seeing that this Tower card was going to show up. And we see, which I've already touched on, we see that this tower that is being destroyed was a hollow, detritus-filled, sad tower that no one wanted anyway. No one wanted this tower. No one wanted to live in this tower. No one could live in this tower. So whatever relationship, whatever situation, whatever mindset that you were in before, that is being completely obliterated by this upheaval, you didn't want it anyway. It was not what you wanted. So this flaming thing, you know, they're in flames right now, but they're going right into the sea. It's going to quench those flames. They're going to be fine. And the only thing that's being destroyed is what you did not want anyway. That's what this Tower card is telling us. The only thing that's being destroyed is the stuff you did not want anyway. 3 power cards here, pile number 1, and then this upheaval. Let's see, we have so many things. We have, so interesting, we have this Devil card, and we have this Star card came up together. Well, we kind of touched on this already. You are seeing your SP as the ideal version of them for you. Like every single person in the world could have the same SP, but they all have their own ideal version of that person. And you are able to see now the ideal version of your SP, and that's what you are concentrating on now. It's a beautiful card, beautiful sentiment, and you're doing exactly what you should be doing. You're concentrating exactly on what you want, and that is exactly what you're going to get. What you concentrate on is what you're going to get. So, excuse me, we have this Devil card. Excuse me, I need to take a drink. Here we go. So this Devil card, pile number 1. What do we have? This Devil card is filled with, there's this lotus again. This imagery is so bizarre. It's the devil. It's the Devil card. The imagery is bizarre. The thing is, they're all embarrassed now because they've eaten from the fruit of knowledge. They're embarrassed of their, you know, if you're going to go with the Bible thing, they're embarrassed because they've just eaten from the tree of knowledge, and they're embarrassed. The tree of knowledge, in our case, right now, is that you know now that you are manifesting everything in your life. They are maybe ashamed of what they have created unknowingly before they knew that they were creating it. They're upset. They're like, oh, wow, look what I just manifested. But the point is not to be embarrassed about what you already have manifested. It's to know now that you are so powerful that you can manifest exactly what you want. The point is not to be embarrassed or upset about anything unfavorable that you have manifested. It's just like this Tower card. Your reading is telling you the same thing over and over again. Don't be upset that you even manifested this broken tower, this broken detritus-filled sad tower, which was your old relationship. Don't be upset that that got ruined. Be happy that that's ruined so you can manifest the beautiful thing, the beautiful ideal version of your SP who is waiting for you. This is your beautiful idealized version, and this is you manifesting exactly who you want. And these are very connected. This Temperance card and this Star card, they're at the same pool. The Star card figure came out at night, and now the Temperance card is out here during the day. What do we have here? So we have this beautiful thing. I don't remember. Oh yeah, we have this eagle, white eagle, or whatever it is, and whatever kind of bird, whatever it is, it's a bird of prey. So we have this white bird of prey. We have this red lion, and they're hiding behind the grass. It looks like the Temperance card is alone, but look what is behind her. And it's just like this, and it's funny because it's right underneath this page of cups. Look what's behind him. He's hiding his beautiful, he has been hiding this beautiful inner self, which is what you want. And behind this Temperance card is hiding these two little figures. What do we have? Pile number one. What does this card mean for us? I'm not quite sure. Let me go on. So we really only have one more card. We have this High Priestess card, and it's the it's right next to this one where we have the Magician. The Magician and the High Priestess are card 1 and card 2. What is here? Again, these are the keys that can unchain these shackles around these two figures underneath the devil. And what does the High Priestess do? She is the conscious manifester. She is maybe this is a Neville Goddard. Maybe this is Neville Goddard's Feeling is the Secret book. Maybe she just read it and she's like, oh wow, I know exactly what I need to do. I'm envisioning exactly my future that I want. This is you. Pile number 1. And behind her are the keys that are meant for those two figures, and they can grab them at any time and unlock themselves from the 3D. Okay, so this is what the devil is. The devil is symbolizing the 3D. And they, through conscious manifestation at any time, can grab these keys and unlock themselves from the 3D and be a conscious manifester. So what? Yes, and it's really significant that you have this Wheel of Fortune, because, I'm sorry, yeah, Wheel of Fortune with the Magician right behind the High Priestess right beside it, because they're a pairing. They are the conscious manifestors of the major arcana. They are these powers. They know their power, just like this figure. This figure knows his power. And there's a message here that I'm not quite getting from this card. What is it? something hidden. I'm going to pull one more card because I'm really wondering what... I'm not getting every message from this card. Whoa. What did I tell you? The cards are just hopping out of the deck. So this is the Queen of Swords. What does she have in the back? Look at her power. Wow. There's lots of hidden things. And again, she is so powerful. Look at this. Look at this helmet of hers. In that helmet, she would not be, no one would be able to see anything about her. It would just be she can see a little bit through this little grate, but no one would be able to see anything about her. She would be completely protected and closed off, but she's not wearing that. You are being invited, pile number 1, to take off your helmet of protection that you've had against the 3D, against your hopes and fears, against your dreams, and use your manifesting power and know that it works. This is the message that I was missing. You know that it works. You are now the version of you that knows that it works. How does this play in? I guess there's definitely something significant. These are both animals. These are both hunters. The eagle is a hunter of the skies. The lion is the hunter. Well, this is a male lion. The male lion doesn't really do anything, just sits around. They should have had a female lion, because the female lions are the hunters. What is this? Is this supposed to be a picture of, or did they mean, should they have actually put a female lion here? Because this temperance card, this temperance is, you know, all 4 elements. There's a lot of coming together and hunting, searching, finding, and consuming here. I guess bringing together everything that you've learned and bringing together all of your abilities and not being protected, not feeling like you need to protect yourself against anything, that you are fine being helmless. Your helmlessness is wonderful because no matter whether you're wearing it or not, you have the power within you, pile number 1, to overcome anything. And I guess this really is the card that says everything that we need to know about your reading. You, pile number 1, are able, through the power of your mind, to mesmerize anyone and everyone because you know your power. You are confident in your power, and all eyes are upon you, and you have balanced and you have become that which you want to be. And remember, the last thing is that you have reached, you have already changed your SP into the version that you want. He or she already exists, and you are reaching that person. You are aligning yourself with the version of your SP that you've always wanted. Wow, this is a long reading because you have so much in here. Pile number 1, this is your reading. It's so intense and so wonderful. I know that you enjoyed this reading because this is a power reading. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for being here and watching. I like all of your, all of your likes, all of your comments, your shares, and I love it when you subscribe to the channel, and I love to see those numbers going up and that you are here for, that you are notified about future readings. So thank you so much, and I know I'll see you very soon. Bye for now. Hey, pile number 2, welcome to your reading. You chose this orphaned card, card number 5. And this beautiful, beautiful Amazonite heart crystal. Wow, pile number 1's reading was so intense. It's like, wow, woo. And I'm wondering what yours is going to be like, because that was it's going to be hard to, it was an intense reading. It's going to be hard to be that intense. I don't really know what this reading is going to show us. All right, so we have, this is card number 50, the Ram and Dahlia with determination. What a cute card. Can you see that? Yes. And then we also have card number 36 with the Finch and Peach with romance. What a nice card for us for this reading. What a contrast, orphaned and romance. Kind of funny. All right, so I have this deck, and I'm going to explain this deck. So this is the back. So each card has a front and a back that's just changing perspective. So this is the Queen of Swords, and we can see what also that she's looking out at and what's behind her. So a change of perspective. It's such a fascinating deck. So let's shuffle this. Let's get some cards for you. Ooh. Pile number 2. It's hard to pull with not seeing them, so let me really try to keep them head on. Not head on, side on, so that I don't see the, whoa, imagery here. This wants to come out. And then this one. Couple more. This one. This one. And then these two. All right. Okay. So this is so funny because this was like the main message for pile number 1, and it wanted to come out again for you, pile number 2. This is the 2 of Pentacles, the front and the back. Here's this. And then this is the Hermit card. The front, you see the snake on this egg. And then this other snake, of course, on the staff. And then the back. Oh, 2 cute doggies. How cute. And then this mountain range. And then a person's face in the moon. Look at these 2 cuties. We would never have seen. Oh, and the bird. Why didn't I even see the bird? We would never have seen all this. What is this over here? Just rocks. It looked like a crab at first. Look at this beautiful scene. Oh, and from the front, and from the back you can't see it, but from the front you can see his luxurious blue lining of his robe. Very funny. All right, so that's your second card. We have this 9 of Cups, a wish fulfillment card. Look at his luxurious ballroom. Oh, and then what do we have? We see what he's looking at, which is this figure with her cornucopia floating in the sky. What is he looking at? Is he looking at his gold cups, or is he looking at her? He's looking at her. None of the wealth means anything without her. We have this 7 of Swords. He's sneaking away. And once again, yes, I am not a proponent of this penchant of that these tarot artists have of showing people holding swords by the blades. That's a no-no in my book. Just have to put that out there. And what do we have in the back? Oh my gosh, it's a skeleton, or at least a skull with a helm on. And we see him skulking away. Mischief, the mischief maker. We got the Fool. He's right there. We see a crown, an empty cup, the petals falling away from this flower. He's got his little bag on a stick. And we see the dog. And what is he looking at? We finally know what's distracted him this whole time. It's this beautiful shooting star. That's what's distracting him, so that he might fall off this cliff. And there's the dog. The dog is also, what is the dog looking at? Is the dog looking at him? Is the dog looking at the shooting star? We don't know. Something else. We finally know what this Fool is looking at. And then we have the Sun card. The Sun card, the sunflowers. Oh, wow, what a difference. We have these figures, you know, this figure and this horse standing in front of a field of sunflowers in the bright sunlight, but behind is this guarded city, or, you know, fortress, whatever it is. And it looks like the sun is not illuminating that part. We have the 9 of Wands. Lots of effort. Lots of effort. And you see there's a sun and a moon on their armor. Oh, another woman saying, just a little bit further, come on. You can do it, you can do it. You can do it. And we have the World card. I'm very curious to see what's on the back. Oh, just the back. Just the back. Pretty similar. Yep, everything's similar. Very funny. The floating candles and everything. Very interesting, this deck. And we have the Empress. And Where's the back? We didn't see this pool. It doesn't even look like this pool exists from the front because there's no break in this wheat or whatever it is, this grain. But in the back here, there's this pool. Very interesting. There's something that exists in the back that just doesn't even exist in the front. We have, wow, pile number 2, you have the 9 of Cups and the 10 of Cups. This is total wish fulfillment. I wonder what the back looks like. The back is even more like beautiful. It's just the most wonderful wish fulfillment. You have 2 beautiful wish fulfillment cards. And then you have this 3 of Wands. And this is such a gorgeous card. All right, so I'm going to read this card right away because I know exactly what this means. So do you see he just stepped out of this beautiful forest? He just stepped out of this beautiful forest. And he's confronted with this barren desert. Nothing's here. But he knows through the power of his mind and his vision, he can transform this into this if he wants. He is completely aware of his power as a conscious manifester. He's completely aware of himself being able to do this. Pile number 2. Can you see this? Give me a second. I'm going to push these up. Pile number 2. There is a big message here that's at the center of this reading, because we have this 9 of Cups right in the middle of the first row, and we have the 10 of Cups at the bottom of the second row. And then the 10 of Cups and then this 3 of Wands are kind of connected here. I'm going to put this like this. So I'm going to tell you, in short, your your reading summed up is this. So you got the 9 of Cups and the 7 of Swords together. So there is something that you're getting that is almost exactly what you want, yet it's not exactly the way you want it. It's not exactly right. And if you are a conscious manifester, what is something that you really have probably heard a lot? It's, if it's not the end you want, it's not the end. If it's not the result you want, if you're not seeing the result you exactly want, it's not yours. And you keep persisting until exactly what you want hardens into fact. Exactly what you want. And you're going to be very soon, or maybe right now, pile number 2, you're confronted with this thing that's almost exactly what you want, and you might be very tempted to accept it, to be like, this is good enough, this is the best I'm going to get, this is it, this is it. You're going to just squeeze it to you. But you have to be determined. You have to be determined, and this orphan card is kind of interesting because the orphan card, it's more desolate than it needs to be, but it's really driving home this message that we're also getting from this 9 of Wands, is that just a little bit more effort. And it doesn't even need to take effort as in, going out and breaking rocks all day. But it's the effort of determination. It's not effort as in going out into the 3D and chasing people and doing things and feeling like a desperation. It's just being in your mind in the 4D, in your mind, determined to see what you want and to make that manifest. So this is so this Nine of Cups and Seven of Swords pairing here, through all of these other cards, we're getting to this: the World, the Empress, the Ten of Cups, and the Three of Wands. So how do we get here? Which is all perfection. This is like you having, instead of almost what you want, but some things, a few aspects you don't want among everything else you do want, you're having a little bit of a travel to exactly what you do want. And it doesn't mean you can't enjoy what is almost perfect, but if you are determined to stay holding on to what you exactly want, you can still enjoy what you almost want, the almost perfect, while still manifesting the perfect. So how do we do this? Pile number 2. There's this little go within card. Go within. You already know what you want. You already have illuminated in your own mind exactly what you want, pile number 2. So you don't have to go within. I mean, sorry, you do have to go within. You don't have to go and seclude yourself. It's interesting because it's right next to this. You do not have to. This message is you don't have to distance yourself from the 3D when it's almost what you want. The Nine of Cups is a wish fulfillment card. It's almost as nice as the Ten of Cups. It's almost as nice. And you can enjoy this almost as nice, if you understand me. You can approach it, though, as the Fool of I, pile number 2, am seeing this almost my full manifestation still as not my full manifestation, and I can enjoy it and look at it and gaze at it while still seeing my full manifestation inside me. And when I hold on to it, when I see it as a vision, and when I hold on to it, it will come to pass. It will come to me as the full 10 of Cups experience. My heater is coming on. I don't want to pause because I know I'm on a roll with this message. So hopefully it's not too loud. This Two of Pentacles is exactly what you are doing. This is such a good card. It came out for pile number 1 and it came out again for you. It's such a powerful message, pile number 2. And it's your, it's your number. It's pile number 2 and card number 2. This figure here, he, through the power of his mind and the power of his belief in himself, he is able to do the impossible here, pile number 2. He's able to balance these 2 pentacles and not using his hands. He's using the power of his mind to balance these 2 pentacles. And where did this lit up infinity sign come from? This magic, it's magic. It came from the power of his mind. He knows exactly what he wants, and he holds it in his mind, and it comes to pass. And he's also balancing on one foot. He's balancing on one foot. He's balancing these 2 pentacles with the power of his mind. He's got this infinity symbol lighting up the sky with the power of his mind. And then look at what's on the back. This is so enthralling. Everybody, look at this gorgeous sunset. This sunset is like a once-in-a-lifetime sunset. The sunset is making the whole sky look like it's on fire. And usually everybody would be just looking at the sunset in awe and just gazing at it and enjoying the sunset. But what are all of the figures on the balcony doing? They're turned completely away from the sunset, and they are turned toward this figure. And that's what your SP is doing, turning away from anything else in the world and looking only at you pile number 2. And that's what you are doing with the power of your mind. You know exactly what you want. So we have this sun card is kind of orphaned over here next to the orphan card, but it really belongs over here. There's, again, this effort, pile number 2, this effort that we have, this wands, this 9 of wands effort is so close. This wish fulfillment is so close. It's only a few steps, but you see he's not taking any steps toward her. He's standing there. He's just standing there and looking instead of taking the steps. And I'm wondering if this is you, if this is symbolizing you in the 3D not having to do anything. Maybe this is symbolizing, maybe this is symbolizing you in the 3D. You've obviously, you've been through your battles as a conscious manifestor. You've been through your battles. You're battle worn. And here is your vision of your perfection. Instead of the 9 of Cups, almost perfect, this is your 10 of Cups. You're perfect. Your perfection. You're the World card. You're the... Not you're the World card. It is your the World card. It is your Empress card. It is your 10 of Cups card. It is your 3 of Wands. I am that, I am the creator of what I want card. And the Sun card. This is like everything wonderful. But he is not stepping toward her. He's waiting for her to come to him. So this is your reminder not to engage in the 3D. And if he does not, this is you, pile number 2. If he does not engage in the 3D, then the 3D comes to him. Meaning not engage. I shouldn't say engage. Not forcing the 3D. I shouldn't say engage. Of course you can engage with the 3D. We live in the 3D. So erase what I said about engage. Don't force the 3D. Don't like run up and tackle your your SP and put them in a headlock and rub their head. Don't do that. You can engage with them, but don't force the 3D. Allow the 3D to come to you. There's two, it's powerful. There's 2 cards that are almost exactly the same here. It's these people watching their vision. And this is perfect. This is perfect, pile number 2. You have you, and as the 9 of Cups figure, this is you. You've got almost exactly what you want, but you're not looking at almost exactly what you want. You're looking at exactly what you want, and you're waiting for it to float down and into your life. And you are engaging with your 3D. You're enjoying what you already have. You're enjoying what you already have, yet you are knowing that through your powerful manifesting, through your power of your mind, you're soon going to get everything you want. And so what do we have here as this beautiful end game for you, pile number 2, which is everything you want in your relationship, in your life even. We're not just talking about your relationship. This is a love reading. But this is your entire life. It's a beautiful reading about your entire life, pile number 2. We have the Sun card. This is everything. This is beautiful sun lighting up every single thing you want, bringing warmth and light and life, everything you want, pile number 2. We have the World card, which is the world, which is everything, total, complete satisfaction and fulfillment, and everything coming together better than you could ever possibly imagine. And we have this Empress card. You're ruling your world. You're ruling everything in your world just the way you want to, just the way you should be doing. This is you ruling your world. This is you being that power, being the power, embodying your power. And then we have these last two cards that are really meant to be read together. We have this Three of Wands figure that is holding in his mind exactly what he wants, and your wish fulfillment, which is exactly what you want, which is exactly your perfection in your relationship, perfection in your life. And instead of the almost perfect but not quite, you can engage as much as you want in the almost perfect while still holding on to the vision of the perfect, and that swiftly is coming to pass for you. Pile number 2, this is a beautiful, oh, and we can't forget the Romance card. So this is just another verification that this is about your love life and your life. This is like this is a beautiful reading. This is a beautiful, wonderful, heartfelt, gorgeous reading, and I'm so happy for you. The pile number 1 was very intense and very intense and very, I hesitate to say the word gritty, but it was like just intense reading. Yours is saying that you have you're so awesome, pile number 2, because the 10 of Cups is what you truly want, but you can hang out as you're getting what you truly want. You can hang out in the 9 of Cups, which is like almost exactly what you want. You understand what I mean? It's like you're going from better to best. You're going from fabulous to even more fabulous. So what a perfectly beautiful reading for a love reading. Thank you so much for watching and being here. That's number 1. Thank you so much for watching and being here. That's awesome. And thank you so much for any likes and shares and comments. I love your comments. And if you haven't subscribed, subscribe to the channel so that you don't miss any future readings. I know I'll see you very soon. Bye for now. Pile number 3, welcome to your reading. You chose this card, number 28. Such an interesting card, right? Building blocks. And I'm still wondering what the heck's on her head. I'm going to think of it as a little tiny crown on her antler. And then you also chose this malachite hexagonal point that I could look at all day. It's just so interesting. There's this. And we have our Truth Be Told card to inspire us. All right, and so I have this second oracle deck. Let's pull 2 cards from this. Pile number 3 needs 2 cards for their reading today. This one. Pile number 3 needs 2 cards, and what are they? We have the Moth and Eucalyptus with an ending. This is card 13. And then we have card number 17 with the eel. No, I'm sorry, 17. This is card number 42 with the eel and iris with safety. So that's interesting because maybe some unsafe thing is ending. Not something unsafe, like not necessarily something physically unsafe that's like, you know, a treacherous thing happening, but it's something ending that was making you feel unsafe or unstable. You know how sometimes we feel like we're never going to be stable and happy and have a stable and happy home life or something like that, if you understand what I mean? There's something, I'm thinking that maybe this is, not maybe, there's always something personal about it. It's not something ending outside of you that is making you feel safe. It's something ending from inside of you, something ending inside of you that you are feeling unsafe, and therefore the outside of the outside, the 3D is changing because of how you feel. If you understand me. I know you understand me. So, this is a brand new deck. It's so interesting. So let me explain a little bit what it is. So this is the front of the card. This is the 3 of Wands. So just as an example, this is the front of the card. And then this is the back. It's such a fascinating deck. There's the front, which is him looking out on this desert. And then you see where he just stepped out from. This is such an interesting deck. Let us shuffle it up, and we're going to pull several cards for you. I need to shuffle it like this so I don't see what I'm pulling. So there's that. We need this one. Oh my gosh, I know I can get this. We need this. Oop, it's 2. We need this one. We need this one. Oh my gosh, you're getting some of the ones from pile number 1, which is very intense reading. And here's this one. There's this one. And there's this one. Let's see. We'll put it aside, but we might, let's see what we have. So let's take this in order here. So this is the 8 of Swords, feeling this trapped feeling. Let's see what the back is. Oh, look at how loosely she is tied. Do you see how loosely she is tied? It's not only that, she's the one that's keeping it around her. She could just lift her arms up and just pop this over her head. She is voluntarily staying there. And we see this eagle coming in. We don't know what the eagle's intention is. Maybe the eagle is going to pop in, and maybe it wants this rope and it's going to just take it. She's voluntarily staying there. Very good illustration of the 8 of Swords. Oh, and then we have the 9 of Swords. Very interesting pairing with the 8 of Swords. Look at how beautiful. So it looks like his dungeon. But then we see this beautiful view. The sun is rising. There's something behind these castle walls that is so beautiful, but he's thinking of these thoughts. This is being trapped in these thoughts. All right, what else do we have? We have the 10 of Swords. What? There's an ending here. Oh, wow. Is this empty? Is this empty? Is the suit of armor empty? And then he's just sitting there? I wonder. And it's an eclipse. What an interesting card. And you know, this one almost looks like it's undersea from this aspect, doesn't it? What? And it makes sense that the lighting is so odd because it's an eclipse. What an interesting card. We have the 8, the 9, and the 10 of swords. Oh, and we have the Page of Cups. This is a really interesting card. This came out on pile number 1 too. So we can notice there's so many things to notice about this card. So first of all, the waves, this ocean, there's nothing breaking in this ocean except the water breaking around his cloak. This ocean is so smooth that there's no wave breaking, just this around him. So look in the back. Number 1, it's night. He's looking out at the night. But number 2, his cloak has been hiding from our view this sea turtle, which is symbolizing him hiding his beautiful soft underbelly. He is extremely not just sensitive, vulnerable right now. He's vulnerable. He doesn't look like it necessarily, but he is completely vulnerable and open to you. Pile number 3. What do we have here? We have the Knight of Swords. You're very swords heavy. We have the Knight of Swords charging forward. Oh, and his view is of all of these swallows. He's charging into the future. And we have the Tower card. This is also such an interesting card. This also came up in pile number 1. This, and it's so interesting because there's the 2 sphinxes from the chariot. So this is such an interesting card because we're like, in the front, we're like, oh no, this poor tower, this tower is being ruined. But if you look in the back, the tower was empty. There's this detritus down here. There's this big sad face. No one wanted this tower anyway. No one wanted this tower. No one could live in the tower. No one wanted to live in the tower. Everybody didn't like the tower. The tower was unhappy. And this lightning bolt is doing everyone a favor to get this eyesore out of the way. This ending is so welcomed by everyone. This tower was contributing to this feeling of being stuck, this being tortured by your thoughts, this ending, and this ending, and this ending. It's all so wonderful that this is ending. So let's see, we have the Star card. This also came up in pile number 1, so it's so funny. I don't know if any of you are comic book fans, but this looks like the Silver Surfer to me. She is envisioning, she is holding in her mind her perfect version of her SP. And she's holding it in her mind no matter what she sees in the 3D. She is holding in her mind her perfect version of her SP. And it's this person is materializing right before her eyes. And look at all of these shooting stars. She's the Star card, and look at all these shooting stars. She has so many wishes she can't even, like, she's able to grant so many wishes for herself. So that's interesting. Oh, and we have the 9 of Cups. The 9 of Cups, look at this. He's got look at his opulent ballroom. Look at all of his beautiful gold cups. And what is he looking at? He's looking at this vision of what he wants. It's kind of a mirror to this, where she's looking at the vision of what she wants. He's looking at the vision of what he wants. So in both of these beautiful cards, the vision of what you want is coming to you. It's coming to you. It's approaching you. You don't have to do anything except hold the vision of what you want in your head, and it comes to you. So let's see, what else do we have? We have the Four of Cups. This is the ennui card. Look at the little crab, cute little crab. And then, oh, this is the cup eye view. It's a sailing ship. I wonder if it's leaving or coming in. It looks like it's going there, in that direction. But we don't know. It might be swinging around to harbor. Or it might have been just leave. The harbor might be here, leaving the harbor. What does this person want? He actually doesn't look very sad. He looks content. Even though the Four of Cups is not about necessarily contentment, he looks content, which is very interesting. And then, so for you, pile number 3, you got the romantic love card. This is the Two of Cups. This is the romantic love card. What do we have in the back? The same view with the sunrise. They have identical haircuts. So by day or by night, your message is the same. You are in a beautiful, loving, committed relationship. This is your ideal, and everything is coming together for you. So let's unpack this a little bit more. It's a very straightforward reading, pile number 3. There's something that has been, these are the building blocks is kind of apropos, because you're building on this. These things are building, and it's like, you know how we say in the manifestation world, you know, your bridge of incident, the way Neville coined the term bridge. I believe he coined the term. He's the only one who, he's the first one who I ever, obviously, the earliest person that I know of that's called it the bridge of incident. Just to let you know, my heater is coming on, and I hope it's not too loud, but I don't want to stop because I'm on my train of thought here. So there's a bridge of incident that you must walk across. The only thing, as a conscious manifestor, pile number 3, if you are not as familiar with conscious manifesting, the purpose of my channel is to bring conscious manifesting to new audience, right? And so I'm reading these cards and I'm explaining them through a filter of conscious manifesting for you, so you can know exactly what the magic is. So you are feeling all you have to do as a conscious manifestor is what we are seeing in these 2 cards. They are both holding in their mind exactly what they want. They're holding, this is a relationship reading, and yours is a real relationship. You know, you got a real relationship reading here. They're holding in their mind their ideal version of their specific person. And specific person is just, you know, like that's your in this way. In this reading, it's your love interest. In general, a specific person could be anybody. It could be a family member, a coworker, you know, any specific person. But in this one, we're talking about a love relationship. Your only job as a conscious manifestor is to hold the vision of your specific person that's your ideal version in your head. That's your only job, and you just allow it to come to you. Okay? That's your only job. And once you do that, then you must walk across a bridge of incident, as Neville Goddard said, for you to get your manifestation, to get your wish fulfillment, to get your beautiful love that you have been manifesting. But your bridge of incident, pile number 3, is involving some like resistance, and the resistance is coming from, some of the resistance is coming from inside you, inside yourself. It's all coming from inside yourself, but you've been feeling stuck. And your stuckness is all illusory, because you are, you are contributing to your feeling of being stuck. Look at how loose these ropes are. You could just shrug them off over your head and be up and away. You don't have to stay here kneeling on this rocky ground surrounded by swords. You can at any time you want to, you just release yourself from the shackles of feeling stuck and walk away. Just like this, it's 9 of Swords, being tortured by your thoughts. This, for you, pile number 3, it's your past. This is the swords of the past memories that have been hurting you. They have been following you around, trying to poke you. And what can you end up as if you continue doing this 9 of Swords behavior, where you're being poked voluntarily by your memories, by your doubts and fears? You can either end up as you can either end up as this 10 of Swords, where you're stabbed by your own memories, and like really, really seriously immobilized by your memories and unable to move on. Or you can say, you know what I've done? I have shed the skin of my old fears, doubts, anything negative, and I'm sitting here as the new me, as the new pile number 3, looking at the old me saying, that is not me anymore. I am the new me, and that is the old me, and I am going to get up and walk away. So we've gone full circle here from feeling immobilized to doing something about it and shedding that skin and walking away. And enjoying the enjoying the solar eclipse in the process. This is a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful story. And remember this, I already got into this Tower card, but let's remember, no one wanted this Tower anyway. No one wanted the bad situation that was created. Everyone loves that this Tower is gone. This Tower card for you, pile number 3, is so positive. This ending is so positive. Now that things are ended, now that this thing has come to pass where you thought that you wanted this thing, you were holding on to it so desperately, it's ended, and now you're like, I didn't want that anyway. And so what this card, this Four of Cups is so funny, because this Four of Cups is your reminder to become indifferent to the 3D. If you are a conscious manifester, you know what that means. If you're not familiar with that, that just means anything in the world that you're seeing that does not does not align with your preferred version, you ignore it. If anything does not align with your preferred version of reality, you ignore it. You become indifferent to it. Not even ignore it. Becoming indifferent to it. You can see it. You can see it. But you become indifferent to it. You see these cups in the foreground, they're all empty. You become indifferent to that. You concentrate on this ship. This is your preferred reality. Once you see your preferred reality, you become indifferent to the current reality that is showing itself to you. And once you become indifferent to that, then your preferred reality is going to come in and you will get what you want. We have these two interesting cards up here. I've already touched on this Page of Cups. And these swords, this is like the ending of your swords journey here. Once you've shed your skin, once you've shed your old skin, you can find a new skin. And you, look, now he's in this new, brand new, beautiful suit of armor. And he's got his horse, and he's charging into his preferred version here. Unencumbered by all of his old past doubts, fears, worries, but unencumbered by all of his feelings of immobility. He has outsmarted himself, pile number 3. He has outsmarted himself, and he has completely shed that skin. Remember, this is one choice, being immobilized by your fears and your doubts. This is your other choice, being free from your fears and your doubts. I know which one I prefer. And so to touch on this again, because this is bringing us to this beautiful ending that we see for you, this beautiful ending that is here for you. We have Page of Cups. This is your ideal person. This is the person that you have been manifesting. This is your ideal version of your person. And he might look the same. He might look the same. I'm saying he, but of course, if you're, just if your SP is not a man, I'm just saying he because this figure is a he. What was my train? I lost my train of thought there for a second. So, yes, your SP might look the same as he ever did, but he has fundamentally changed. He is now going to show you his soft underbelly, his emotions. He's emotionally available to you. He might look exactly the same as he always has. He is fundamentally different. Don't be fooled by any little signs that he has not changed, because he has. And so what do we have here? We have wish fulfillment, and we have this beautiful relationship, pile number 3, that you've wanted for however long you've been manifesting. This is your preferred version. This is your preferred beautiful relationship. I just can't get over their matching haircuts. It's kind of funny. They're so similar, they even have matching haircuts. They even part their hair on the same side. They're so in tune with each other that they can't even have separate haircuts. They have to have the same haircut. I am so happy for you, because this is your ending that you have wanted. You have the 9 of Cups, which is wish fulfillment. This is a straight up wish fulfillment card that is full of love and opulence. I mean, just abundance and gratitude and love and every good thing, pile number 3. This is such a beautiful reading. And I just want to touch on this again. I did at the beginning. Feeling safe is a big thing for you. Feeling safe is a fundamental drive for you in your life. And this whole thing that you're doing right here, the 8, 9, and 10 of Swords, one of the biggest things is you changing your conception of yourself. It's not only you changing your conception of yourself from someone who is not safe to someone who is safe. Someone who is not safe is this person. Someone who is not safe is this person. Someone who is safe is this person. You step into the version of you that is safe. And you have to see yourself as safe before the rest of the world sees you as safe. You become indifferent to the 3D that's showing you that you're not safe. You become indifferent to this foreground view of you not being safe, of you not having, of you not being what you want to be. And you keep your eye on the version of you that is safe, that is abundant, that is loved, that is anything else. Replace, include anything else that you want, successful, whatever. You become indifferent to the 3D that tells you what you are not wanting, and you become obsessed if you want to use that word. You become obsessed, you become consumed by the version of you that is safe. And remember, changing you comes first. You change yourself, you change your conception of yourself, and once you do, your world changes. Your world changes. Look at how in the flip of a card, we see this immobilization by all of this doubt, worry, fear, any bad thing. In the flip of a card, we see that he has already escaped. He has already escaped. Those have no power over him anymore. And what does he do? He turns around and he puts on his new suit of armor and he charges into his future. You use this figure as your inspiration for this new stage of your life, pile number 3. This is a beautiful story. This is a beautiful love story, and you are the creator of your own love story. You're the author of your own love story, and you are the person who keeps your eye on the version of your SP that you want, and they come to you, and you don't have to do anything about worrying about how it's going to happen or anything. To quote Neville, again, you walk across your bridge of incident and end up in your dreams that have become reality. Pile number 3, this is your beautiful reading. Thank you so much for being here. This is the most important thing, the thing that I think is the most beautiful and wonderful, is that you come here and you watch and you engage with the meaning, and the reading is meant for you and is manifested by you. So thank you for all of the likes, the comments, and the shares. And if you haven't subscribed yet to the channel, subscribe so that you don't miss any future readings. I'm so happy that you joined me. I know I will see you very soon. Bye for now.